Okay, I've come up with another plan. I banged that in, put the screwed the pump in, and I then put a screwdriver across the top of that by the adjusting nut and tapped the, I'm just trying to make sure I can show you a good spot where it is with the light. Yeah, shadows everywhere. Oops, hang on. We'll get there. Bloody hell. It's trickier than it looks. Maybe like that. Hang on, I'll try another torch. Okay, grabbed another torch. There you can see that. See the bend on that bit of steel at the back there. That so how I've done that is I've screwed this screw in here so that it's tight, and then I've basically put a screwdriver across the top here, if you can see that. Tapped it in with a screwdriver, and that's put tension on it. I think that's right. I'll probably put it all back together, get it running, and then I'll check it again. As I said, the last two, I've only had two of these apart, and both of them, that keeper, if that's what it's called, was not attached, so it had fallen off the pump. But I'll show you on the IPL, if this is in frame. It was actually not even mentioned on the 1010, but on the 850 or ProMac 800, it is that there, which is part of 48, which according to this, I don't know whether this light is making things better or worse, is kit oil pump clip 215246 is the part number. And as an aside, if anyone watching this is after any IPLs or part numbers, just sing out, because I was lucky enough to score a couple of these, and they're just absolutely bloody brilliant. They've got so many different models on them, it's not funny. So anyway, I'll put it back together. I think I might leave that. Put it back together, get it going, and see how it works. But to do that, I've got to pull the carburetor apart, and because it fires and stops. But it fires easy enough, but it won't run. So but I haven't touched the carburetor, to be honest. So I'll do that next and see if I can make a mess of that. Rightio, 10-4 over and out. Okay, I thought we'd have a look at another oil pump on this Darnum. There you go. That's yeah. The neighbour gave this to me. He runs a rubbish truck, and it's quite surprising what people throw out. I didn't have to do much to get this thing going, and it actually goes really well. And I didn't even know that it was a very, very similar to a 10 series McCulloch. So I thought I'll pull this apart, have a look at the oil pump, and we can compare. I hope I've got you in a good spot. Yeah, I'm using my phone to see if I can get it into focus, you see, but it's not that clear. Kind of is, kind of isn't. Anyway. As I said before, it doesn't really matter because there's only probably 2 people that watch these things anyway. Jeez, we're actually bugger to get the old chains off on these things. Anyway, I have had this apart before. A long time ago I was trying to seal it up, it was leaking like a sieve. Maybe I should check to see if it's got oil in it. Get a little magic torch out. Flies. Yep. That'll be a text from his nibs. So far so similar. So we'll do it that way. No, we won't. Can't even remember. Oh yeah, there is a little bit of a gasket on here. Oh dear. Ah. Yeah, look at that. Same but different. Bloody hell. I'll just clean this up and I'll show you. Get rid of the oil. Geez, they look similar, don't they? Except this one here is quite a bit different the way it's fitted. Not too sure if you can see in there. I'll take you out of the stand and put you in to have a look, see what you think. Okay. As you can see, it is very similar to the McCulloch 10 series oil pump, apart from the fact that it is threaded from the top, and it looks like it actually has this thing. Screws in the back, if you can see in there, right at the back of that, yeah, they're threaded from the top as well, because I've got the machine upside down, which probably interesting. So that means I'd have to split the tank apart and then must screw in from there, I presume. Geez, I don't know. Sort of on the surface it looks very similar. I think I might just leave that one well alone. Is that how the early 10 series models are before they went to the plastic ones? From memory this does work actually. The only thing wrong with it is just has a bit of a carburetor issue. I've put a kit in it and it still doesn't work that well. It starts to lean out, so whether the Carbie's worn or I've got a vacuum leak somewhere. Could even be a crank seal, because you know she's getting pretty on this thing, but I haven't gone down to the point of doing any vacuum testing yet on this, which is a whole other affair, because I've got about 300 million other jobs to do before that. But no, I think I might just leave that alone. But anyway, that's kind of how similar they are, even though it's upside down. Some of them were even a right hand start, so like the very early McCullochs, they had the starter on the clutch drum. But anyway, I'll clean this up, put it back together again, and carry on with Mr. Carburetor on him, and see if we can get at least one running saw. Okay, 10-4 over and out. Okay, I've got the carburetor off. This is off the 850, and I thought I'd give you a bit of a look down the throat of it. I'll see if I can get a bit more light on the subject. Is that going to be too bright? Don't know. Anyway, the piston looks, how's that? Yeah, that's not too bad. I'll just draw it over slowly. You can see it's pretty much unmarked on that side, and the muffler side was about the same. So I'm quite pleased about that. Very pleased actually. But that's the carburetor. Oops. One of these things. So I'll put you up on the stand and we'll pull that apart and see what the story is there. Okay. Right, so the story with this thing is it was would start really easy, fire really easy. Fire jingles, that's tight. And run for a second and then die. The fuel line looks good, not blocked. I'll do a pressure test on it. I have got a pressure gauge, so I'll see, make sure it's got no split in it. Yeah, gasket's a bit torn. I might have done that getting it off, so I'll make up another gasket. I do have some gasket paper about that thick too, so I'll actually make up another gasket so we can eliminate that, but I doubt whether that was the case. And the bolts were very tight. When I was having a look at one of Buck and Billy Ray's videos, he was sort of saying that if you don't if it's not bolted down tight, if you have an issue there, vacuum leak through there, that can create all sorts of havoc. Yeah, okay. tell you what. Looks a bit mucky in there. There's a filter in there, but I've seen worse. I want to be extra careful with this because I don't actually know whether I've got a gasket to replace this with. I might have a kit. Probably got no choice really. I think I really should actually pull this off. Yeah, okay. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, nothing I can see there that would stop it. Oops. That could be a culprit in there, hopefully. Tell you what, these are tight, so that would lead me to believe that possibly it hasn't been apart. And I'll get a decent unscrewing tool. Okay. That could be our culprit there. I don't know if you can hear that. Apart from that bloody fly, jingles. I can zap him with the old carb spray. Die. Yeah, so I don't know. Geez, I've seen worse. Yeah, it's quite... Would that be enough? Would that be enough? I have a heap of carb kits here, but Yeah, they're mainly Tillotsons. Truth. I like it. Oh well, we might have to keep this one until I can get another one. Yeah, that's not that bad, to be honest. Some of these have got a check valve. It has a jet, there's a hole through there going straight into the throttle assembly, the throttle body. Oh, I see. Another one just on the side there. I got it. I don't want to take that thing out. That Welsh plug, there'll be a filter under there, but I don't have a replacement. So I'd best leave that alone. Crikey. Man, that's tight. Right, I better find a decent undoing device as well for that one. Nearly had to get the impact driver out to undo that nut, that screw there. Oh jeez, that was tight. But this carburetor looks surprisingly clean actually. Right, that's hopeless, isn't it? You can't really see them there. How's that? Yeah, no, take my word for it. That's not bad. I'll just give it a big clean out with the old carb spray. Put it all back together again and see what happens. Okay, hopefully the next video is will it be of it running. 10-4 over and out. Just a quick note, this thing here appears to be a one-way valve. You can see that. I haven't come across one of these before. You can suck through there, and I don't quite know how it works, but it's a one-way valve. So it was a little bit, there's a bit of crap come out of that too, and that goes into the bottom of here and sucks in from the Venturi. So this filter here could be the key. I'm not too sure where the passage is for that, for underneath there. There's a jet hole in here which is connected to that one. And there's that fly giving me grief again. But where does that go? As I said, I don't want to take that apart because I haven't got another Welsh plug for it. So I'll just leave that one alone. Yeah, anyway. Somebody might be able to enlighten me a bit more about how these contraptions work. Okay, geez, these bloody flies. I have an ally on the war on the fly. Mr. Prey Mantis. He just caught him. Take that, you bugger. He's got him real good. Rightio. That's the nature segment over. Okay. Got the Carbie back together. Just looking on my phone at the framing thing. Anyway, I have had it running, so it just wants a tune, and it appears to be oiling, I think. So, yep, right. Does work. Just need to tune it up a bit, I think, and yeah, put the bar and chain on it, throw it in some wood and get it going. But there you go. So yeah, very good. Wants to bog down a wee bit. Anyway, all I've done is I've set both the in and out low and high at 1 1/4 screws out from set. So, no, got to be happy with that. Anyway, I'll upload this and we have success. Okay, see ya.